Before, I was taking a lot of time off, just chilling, getting big. I wasn't all the way into boxing. I had one foot in and one foot out. It wasn't 2 feet in. I wasn't doing the things that, got me there, to that point. Show everybody that I'm back and I'm better than before.
Jeff, he's not going to try and change Tim, I don't think, as a boxer, but he's going to motivate him, he's going to get him ready, and gee, it just sets the scene for such a big moment in Australian boxing, Tim Tszyu against Errol Spence.
As Errol Spence Jr. and Tim Tszyu prepare for a blockbuster showdown, every training session pushes their bodies and minds to the limit. Endless rounds of sparring, grueling conditioning, and relentless discipline shape two elite fighters determined to prove they belong at the top when the opening bell finally rings.
When I'm working out and stuff, I like being around people and like seeing different things. I got a treadmill in my garage, and my girl had bought me the treadmill for my birthday. She's like, "You never use it." She was like, "I always buy you stuff for your birthday and stuff, you never use it." So I don't really like running by myself. Like just looking at people and just looking at different things like that. Like that's what I like. I like being around people.
Boxing might be the only thing about Errol Spence that's abnormal. Otherwise, he's a champion without entourage, a star without bling, a guy who is in fact normal, and not normal at all.
Some people like walk up to me and want to take a picture and things like that. They'll be like, "What's up?" Because I've been cut up for a while. People ask me, "Am I Errol Spence?" It depends on who it is. But sometimes if I don't feel like being bothered, I'll be like, "Nah." And they'll be like, "Man, you look just like him." I'll be like, "Yeah, I get that. I get that all the time."
Despite nearly 3 years away from competition, Spence Jr. has returned to training with remarkable intensity. Every session on the heavy bag reflects the sharpness and determination that once made him one of boxing's most dominant champions. He unleashes crisp, fast combinations with impressive power and accuracy while maintaining a relentless pace throughout each round. Reports from his current training camp describe a focused, physically refreshed Spence whose conditioning, fluid punching, and defensive movement have impressed those around him. Spence has embraced a fresh start under a new training team led by Ronnie Shields in Houston. The change has brought a renewed sense of energy, with Spence describing the chemistry and training approach as an ideal fit for this stage of his career. Camp has focused on sharpening his timing, improving defensive awareness, rebuilding confidence, and restoring the physical intensity that once made him one of boxing's most dominant champions. Training alongside elite fighters has also created a highly competitive atmosphere, pushing him to perform at his best every day. Meanwhile, Tszyu continues to include his trademark head conditioning drills as part of his preparation, reinforcing the toughness and durability that have become hallmarks of his fighting style. During training, he repeatedly absorbs controlled strikes while maintaining focus, balance, and composure, believing the exercises help him stay calm under pressure. For elite fighters, preparation is much more than lifting weights or hitting a heavy bag. It is a carefully planned process designed to develop every physical and mental attribute required for victory. Every session has a purpose, and every repetition is performed to become just a little better than the day before. For Tim Tszyu, morning workouts often begin before dawn. The quiet streets become the first training ground as miles of roadwork improve cardiovascular endurance and strengthen mental resilience. Running is not simply about speed. It teaches consistency, breathing control, and the ability to push through discomfort. Champions understand that the fight may last only a few rounds or extend the full distance. So, stamina is one of the most valuable weapons they can possess.
Give a coffee start before we get smashed.
What's the plan today?
Let it start. Nice. The track is a boxer's best friend and also your worst enemy.
Tim Tszyu has joined legendary Australian trainer Jeff Fenech to prepare for his proposed fight with Errol Spence Jr. after deciding he needed a fresh approach. Tszyu said Fenech's aggressive boxing style, experience, and ability to build confidence matched his own strengths as a pressure fighter. He also wanted to train closer to home in Australia instead of overseas, believing the familiar environment would improve his focus and mental state.
Beautiful day too. The sprint's got my legs far, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
The bike. No pain, no gain.
That's exactly. 20 seconds. Go. See, I get same point, okay? That's the side. Don't move the leg, no. Looking strong, be.
10 minutes, yeah? Cool down.